outstanding coaching. And part of that is, too, that each player understands their roles and they play their role. They don't try to get outside of it. And that's why they're such a difficult team to defend and play against.
Here's the drive. Josh Smith called that foul on Nick Young. So Josh Smith will go to the line to shoot 1 for 2. These two played week 1 in that 2019 season. Bivouac, they won the game by 7. Will Bynum was the star of that game. He had 22 in that game. Here's Isaiah Austin. See Elijah Stewart, who knocks down the 3. 3-2 our score. Quincy Miller, rejected by Stu. Kick out to Josh Smith. Stewart for 3. Got it again. 2 quick threes by Elijah Stewart. Bynum flips it up and in. He's the leading scorer for Bivouac, averages 16. Swaggy P. Yes.
Okay.
That's his expertise. 3 threes for the enemies. Here's Bynum. Yep. Quick pace here.
Like it.
Stewart. He'll pull it again. And we'll go to the line as he gets the foul on Bynum. So Elijah Stewart will go to the top of the key to shoot 1 for 3.
See, at the last minute, once you lunge like that, got to give the offense a chance to land.
Look at Reg. Reg is he's going to bring the fire early. He went to the Taco Bell bring the fire challenge early. So Elijah Stewart will have to go one-on-one with Will Bynum.
Who's going one-on-one? We got Will Bynum.
So Elijah Stewart's got 10 seconds. Will Bynum's got to D him up. Stu turns, fires, got it! Count the bucket. And that's a 3 points for Elijah Stewart. And it's the enemies with the early lead, thanks to Elijah Stewart. 12-6 our score here in Vegas. Triller and Fight TV, 12-6 our score. Enemies over Bivouac. Now listen, if you're new to the Big Three and you wonder what the hell is a Bivouac, well, their head coach Reggie Theus fills us in.
A bivouac is a temporary shelter, for all of you who didn't know that. It's an Army term. Basically, when you dig a foxhole, when you put up a small tent or a temporary shelter to sleep, that is called a bivouac.
That's our education lesson there from the head coach Reggie Theus. Now listen, we know Reggie could count shots on the court. Jim Jackson says when he counts shots on the course, it's questionable. He's with John Sally.
Okay, I know you as a chucker. Meta knew somebody didn't play a lot of defense. But these guys are talking that you even like that on a golf course.
Oh, wow. I hit the ball long.
Oh, is that what they said?
Yeah, I hit the long, and I can, just like free throws, I can putt.
Oh, okay.
Some people shouldn't understand that. Some people who can't putt.
Hey, ask him about his
You know
count.
what I'm looking at, right?
Ask him about that eraser on his pencil.
Oh, all right, Reggie, I hope you get a win.
We need that.
Something about a pencil, Red. I'm just saying. That's it.
Will Bynum inbounds it for Bivouac. He'll pull up. Rolls off. Austin grabs it. Swaggy P for three. It's short.
Two guys, when they're on the golf course, he and Eddie Johnson, straight comedy as
Yeah,
far
I'm
as
sure.
talking the whole time.
I'm sure. Alonzo Gee knocks down that jumper. 4-point lead now for the enemies. Stewart. Oh, good drive. And Will Bynum rakes. Ball out of bounds.
7 seconds left on the shot clock now. Bynum is beat right there at the end, able to reach in, get a piece of the ball.
Gee reaches in on Austin. It's getting physical.
Hey!
5 seconds on the shot clock for the enemies. Austin. 2 now. Turns, fires from the baseline. And they'll call that foul on Gee.
And that's tough because you got 5 seconds right there. Being a little bit physical, and I think the official called that. Let's see if he calls it up underneath right there.
That
See how
body, yeah, that
see how
body.
he walked into him? He really didn't need to because you got, and I know Isaiah also can hit this shot, but he's basically falling away from the basket.
14-8. Bynum. Ball on the string. Pulls up. Got it. And for Bivouac, it's just all about, listen, it's the name of this game, scoring points. They have the worst scoring differential in the Big Three this season. In fact, they scored just 29 points in week 2.
Well, a lot of it comes from shot selection or poor shot selection that then compromises your defense. So, you know, if you want to score the ball better, I know it sounds simple, get better shots.
Josh Smith had an open 3, thought about it, hesitates, drives. Oh! And breaks the hammer! That's a grown man dunk!
Josh Smith, a beast!
Oh my goodness! That's Atlanta Hawks Josh Smith. Isaiah Austin misses. The follow's good though by Stewart. 16-12.
So we saw a poster from Frank Nitti
Yeah.
on Jason Maxill in the last game. Josh Smith kind of woke everybody up again with that, and now Bynum able to slide by and cut the lead down to 2.
Let's see if that wakes up Bivouac. First team to 25, we go to the half. Swaggy P for 3. Five-point lead. Here's Josh for 3. Good ball movement, Swaggy again. He thought he got a foul.
Well, man, when I said you need to get better shots, can't get any better than this one right here by Josh Smith. And you tend to forget he's a lefty now. When you jump in the air like that, you know, Stewart, Elijah, he's a lefty. So you say,
Former NBA slam dunk champion. Remember we put on the Dominique jersey in there at the slam dunk competition? Here's Will Bynum. Okay, Will, the thrill. 3-point lead for the enemies. First team to 25, we go to the half. Jordan Hill is checked in for the enemies. He rolls.
Great defense.
Good defense. But right to Hill. Knocks down the jumper.
Come in the game, get a little easy deuce.
5-point lead. Jermaine Taylor is checked in for Bivouac. He's got the rock now. He'll pull. Too strong. Saved by Bynum. Here's Jordan Hill working on Gee. To Perry Jones with 3. Got to get it up. Fall away. Air ball. Josh Smith. And Quincy Miller will check in for Bivouac. Nick Young is back in for Elijah Stewart. Here's Taylor. He'll pull it. Too strong. Young, open 3. Yes! Enemies a point away from the half.
He said Nick needed to find his offense. We're knocking in that early first 3 for him, I think. Ignited him to get that confidence flowing.
He's got 9.
Yeah, all 3s.
Here's Josh Smith. The drive. Count it. And 1.
Josh Smith here. That's a tough shot. I mean, to be able to have touch still to get it up, falling away. I know he's going left, but still makes the shot a little difficult.
Completes the 3-point play. 5-point lead for the enemies. This bucket, we go to the half. Nick Young for 4. That's short. Jordan Hill tracks it down. Fall away. Miller with it. Nearly had it knocked away. And he'll pull up to Taylor. Kick out to Josh. Good for 3.
I mean, everything was good defensively there except the closeout by Jordan Hill kind of gave Josh Smith that open look at the end of the shot clock.
Jordan Hill, the drive.
And 1.
So Jordan Hill will go to the line. They could send this game to the half with a mate.
1.
Missed it. Here's Quincy. Kick out, Taylor for 3. Air ball. Nick, open 3.
Easy money. Oh,
he was walking away.
Wow, he was walking away. He was walking right back towards the bench.
Here's Josh Smith. He misses the 3. And Josh Smith loses it Nick Young lays it in. And I think Josh Smith pulled something. As we go to the half. Let's see.
Yeah, when he pushes off right there.
Right there. That right leg.
Right there. Oh, right there. You know, too, when the players when they just lose the ball and let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good sign, though, right here, that he's up. Okay.
And no weight at all on that right leg. And it's the enemies with a 4-point lead as we go to the half here in Las Vegas. Here's Stewart now. 4. That 3 is short. Good tap, though. Hill couldn't control that pass. And there's a kick.
Jordan Hill picked him up with 2 feet in between his ankles right there.
Trying to do whatever you can to get that ball.
Bro, I'm telling you, when you're undefeated, when you're 0-2 and you need a dub, you're trying to do any and everything to preserve possessions and get some shots and get some buckets, man.
Quincy Miller, that shot short.
Yeah, you don't want to be the only team or the second, like only 2 teams in the league with no dub.
Yep. Here's Perry Jones. Got it. Listen, you talked about it. You know, the loser of this game, it would be just 2 teams left at Ophir.
Yeah.
Jones clears it. Stewart thought about that 4. Gets the screen and pulls up from 15. Got it. 8-point lead for the enemies. First team to 50 wins. Mike Taylor. Good drop off to Miller. Extra pass to Bynum for 3. Short, but Miller lays it in. Stu for 3. Off. Tried to chase it down.
Elijah Stewart getting back, kind of snaking his way. That's what it's called. With his dribble off the pick and roll to his right hand for a pull-up. You see Chris Paul, who did that a lot during his career, in particular during the finals against the Bucks in game 1 and 2, where he was real successful with that. Oh,
Mike Taylor, return to sender.
Welcome back, JT. That was ugly.
Here's Jordan Hill. 5 on the shot clock. Perry Jones with 2. Shot clock violation.
How about the second half? Isaiah Austin. Gilbert chose to kind of go with the lineup at the end of the half that had a little momentum. Now Swaggy P is not in there because he was in that lineup to close out the half. So a little probably strategy behind why Gilbert Arenas wanted to start this lineup here.
Good move by Mike Taylor. Good minute. Put it back up.
Put it back up.
Jordan Hill should have put it back up. Missed everything. Here's Stewart. He misses.
Well, now he ended up getting it back, but you gave up a layup for a 3. Luckily, you got an offensive rebound.
And lead is 10. Biggest lead for the enemies. And put it back up.
Put it up.
There you go. Now it's 12. Enemies are rolling. And we talked about the point differential for Bivouac. They scored just 29 points in the second week of the season. That's been their Achilles heel, just scoring points, especially in the second half. Bynum, and they're just, at some point, you just got to drive the bucket at some point.
Yeah, but you know, move the ball, cut, backdoor. I mean, again, 3-on-3. It's ways you can get a lot of easy and open shots if you really set your offense and move it. But if you just want to settle, well, then, you know, you're going to shoot a bad percentage. You're not going to get quality looks, and hence you're going to end up being 0-2 with the possibility of being 0 for 3.
Yeah.
The mathematics are real simple, bro. They don't lie.
There you go. There's Miller as he drives and lays that one in. Cut the lead to 10.
Pull up.
Isaiah, oh, that's off. Here's Miller again for 3.
Isaiah Austin, you got to go get that. He was looking for Elijah Stewart to get it, and then Will Bonham able to sneak in there.
Bynum got it. Nick Young, 2-dribble pull-up. Austin tips it to himself. The follow, and he'll go to the line. So Isaiah Austin, who been leading the enemies in scoring at nearly 20 a game, around 19. He only got 4. But his team up double figures. Both these squads looking for their first win. It's the Big 3 here on Triller and Fight TV. Enemies, Bivouac, and it's the enemies with a 10-point lead as these two teams battle it out, both looking for their first win of the season. Gilbert Arenas talking with Elijah Stewart. He's the leading scorer. He's got 13. John Sally's been a long day here so far, man. Give me your thoughts, man, of what you've seen so far today and your impressions of the season here, the Big 3.
Well, it's way more intense than it looks like on television up front. And I don't ever believe I did this. I cannot believe I ran, jumped, dunked. This is really hard work.
Could you think as soon as you left the league, would this be something that you would have done?
Yes. I would have played here just to get some more dunks on people, and you get to react with the crowd, and there's not as much pressure, but it is as intense.
Yeah, we certainly saw that a couple of games ago.
Oh yeah.
I think, John, you see it too. I think a lot of players, and you said it, on TV it looks one way, and former players see it, but when they get into action and they haven't prepared their minds, see Perry Jones with the basket, it's way more physical and taxing. You think 3-on-3, but you have so much more real estate to cover than you do when you're playing 5-on-5.
Oh yeah, and another thing is, my leg was shaking like telling my left leg was telling my body we can do it, and the rest of my body boycotted my left leg. So my left leg is limping on its own. And, there's no way. Just look at Bynum. Like this kid went to Georgia Tech. He was born the year after I got to Georgia Tech, and he's still playing. 38 years old, putting it in like it's the easiest thing in the world.
You know, but I think that's too with, like when I was done playing, I was done.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even think about hooping. You know, but a lot of these players, you see Perry, they didn't clear. I guess a lot of players continue to look at Catino. They continue to play in different leagues and keep themselves in shape enough so when they come out here, the transition isn't as difficult as if you just put your shoes up and the ball down.
Yeah, I think just watching Josh Smith go up and dunk left-handed like that again, almost looking in the rim, and then look like he blew out his Achilles.
Yeah.
That's probably his last dunk. But at least he had a good one.
Yeah. Here's Nick Young. Misses that three.
Nick is back to missing. At least that had to change. He's consistent.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
consistent.
10-point lead for the enemies. And they call it timeout. As Gilbert Arenas looked up at Swaggy and said, come on, man, make a shot. I love, John, that he told you if they don't win, I'm going to trade the whole damn team. And as Jim pointed out, he's the one who chose the team.
He's going to fire his general manager, too.
Everybody's job safe is on the line except his. And normally it's always the coach that gets the rougher end of that stick. Ain't that right, John?
Yeah, and let me tell you, I sit around and I watch Gilbert really, like I'm watching him. He is, I don't think he had the respect he has for his coaches now.
Right.
Once you become a coach and have to deal with all these different personalities,
yeah,
you have a different respect for the game and the people with you.
Yep. And how to manage those egos, minutes, to be able to get guys to perform at a high level. Just because you have a plan, how you implement that with the roster you have is so important. You know, and how you communicate to each player is so different.
Yeah, especially when you're a top player.
Yeah.
You expect players to play like you. That's what I always said about Michael Jordan. He wanted everybody to play like him, but he was the only Michael there was.
You know, I think you see 4 seconds on the shot clock. I think that's why it's a beautiful play that time by Lonzo Heat. A lot of the more successful coaches in the league, majority of them have been role players.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, because they can kind of understand what guys have gone through, been through, and how to communicate that, because, see, often inside, they weren't the main guys. So they had to figure out other ways to be successful, to contribute to a team, not being the superstar.
Well, I always played well in the playoffs because I knew there was more cameras. I was setting up my next job.
There you go.
Amen to that.
There you go. And you made sure you got yourself some interviews, didn't you?
Every time the Eagles game, I ain't talking to that reporter. Come over here.
Come on. You want a sound bite?
Let me tell you what he said in the locker room.
Stolen by Jones. Jumper rolls in. Hey, the enemies are 4 points away from their first victory. As they are pouring it on Bivouac, just 32 points.
Now, this can either be a long 4 points or a short 4 points.
Yeah, right.
To get this done. Seriously.
You're right.
Because right now, Bivouac is like tired. Do they have the fight in them? Now, that's up to you if you're the enemy to go ahead and take care of your business when you're supposed to, which is get a stop now, get another basket, really deflate the mind and ego of your opponent.
And you can tell, look, they're acting like they just won the championship.
It is the Bex Elixir is winning.
Oh, yeah.
No, the best elixir is a nice cigar, bro.
Okay, yeah, I hear you.
Oh, yeah, and I want to talk to you about those cigars. I'm going to bring some Padron Anniversario.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, no, but which one? The 64s or the 26? What are we doing?
64.
Okay.
Just mine.
Oh, well, that's all right. I got a box full. I got a box full of cigars in the room, and some in my bag here. Oh no!
Before
I think you won the game.
Oh, Perry Jones!
Let's call it a night.
You said, was it going to be a long or a short? It's short. The enemies get their first win and do it in style. Thank you very much, Perry Jones from 4. That's how you wrap up the night. Perry, the leading scorer, and the enemies get their first win. And Gilbert Arenas as well.
Well, you know what? The good thing is a lot of players' jobs are safe right now.
Right.
On the enemies right now because of that. Hey, you got to ask him, John. A lot of players' jobs are safe now. They got that W.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sitting around and I see the champagne being rushed into the locker room. You guys just won a championship with your first win.
Nah, man, we just out here having a good time and just hooping, man. Just out here playing basketball like we know how. And we got a dub at the end of the day.
So you're telling me that the coach didn't say if we win, you get extra?
Of course he did, man. That's good. You know you got to push up the sleeve. But I told him at the end, I was hit this 4-pointer per game. He said, go ahead. So that's what we ended up with.
Good. He might let you drive him today.
He might.
Have a good one. Good. Congratulations.
What a shot by Perry Jones. And hey, enemies, they've got a win. And Bivouac and Aliens now the only teams winless. And the triplets, the defending champions, the only unbeaten team in the Big 3 at 3-0. So that's the end of this one. The enemies with the victory. Big 3's headed to Dallas next Saturday on CBS, 3 p.m. Eastern. Triple header of action. For Jim Jackson, I'm Brian Custer. Thanks for watching.